the theory part, that what you need to do. So I believe that was clear. But one thing more that today remembered what you need to do. Just remember two things that you need to finish up by today. One is the timeline. Timeline means like what, like you can use a different software for that, for example, or you can just use an Excel file. In timeline, you need to make sure that you just create a timeline that, for example, from Sunday till Monday this week, you will be installing the machine. From Tuesday till Thursday, you will be installing the services and opening the vulnerability ports. Next week, you will be going for a pen test from Monday till Tuesday, for example, and from Wednesday till Thursday, you will be going for the presentation and getting yourself ready for the presentation. This is the first thing that you need to do. You can share these timeline within your group channels. So Lloyd can also see this, and when he joins back tomorrow. Second thing, also you need to show the requirements of your project. So the requirements would be like much similar, like, okay, what OS you are using, like you need to show this. Again, you can use an Excel file, or you can use simply Word document, or that will be much better. Like you just convert the Word file to PDF, because PDF looks much better. So operating system, like for example, I'm using Linux, Ubuntu, and Ubuntu version. You will just provide like what version you are using, what services you will install. Services like, for example, you will install in Ubuntu. Let's talk about Linux at the moment. You will install, for example, FTP is enabled over there. FTP. You have open SSH services also there. HTTP server is there. Like for example, Apache you have installed. You have installed SMB, or not SMB, or Samba over here, or you have installed, for example, different services, like whatever services that you are using at the moment. Like you have to install at least 3 or 4 services. Apart from this, you need to use 1 or 2 services for the vulnerability, just like similarly that you have done in our CTF and different type of the OVA that we have used. So you have to make sure that one of the service, like you cannot make your operating system so tight that the other person cannot able to pen test it. So at least like you can open one FTP service, or you can open one HTTP, or just like the WordPress, like you have done, like you can open using SQL, for example, like also that you have done. You have to open one of the port for the vulnerability, or you can have multiple path you can just give, but you need to install these services, and apart from that you need to open one of them, so that like you can put a flag over there and you can just make sure that it works. So these are the requirements, these 2 things that you have to do it by today or tomorrow, like by today, try to finish up with the timeline, like what, and the task, as I told you, like you need to make sure that the task would be done by a single person. Everyone cannot be like, for example, there's a group of Haya and Rahaf. So like if these girls are sitting, so Haya will only install the VM, other will put their effort on that. So mostly this would be like a single person task, but the group will be sitting all time, all day, and will be helping here to work on that specific virtual box. So far, everyone clear about this? Any question, anyone? It should be crystal clear, just like water. It should be clear. Anyone has any question? Everyone clear? You can also use the timeline and the requirement you can put in your group channels, and such that everyone can see, even like this is what, like in cohort E, that what we are doing, but Lloyd is not present. So like you can share with the requirements, like what installation that you are doing, what services are there, and what services that you will open it for example, not use right now, or like what vulnerability you are giving, don't put in the requirement part, but timeline and these things should be shared. with your instructor with Lloyd, and by today, like try to finish it up. You can use different software for your timeline as well. Like we have free softwares. You can search it on Google, and you can use to create a timeline for that. So I hope it's clear. Everyone, please don't be silent. If you have a problem,
Yes,
please. Yep.
yes, please. I have a question regarding to presentation. What should the presentation has?
Presentation. Okay, let's talk about presentation, like what exactly what we will be doing in presentation. So first thing, the timeline you need to show, you need to put the requirements, like what the requirement, like what the services that you have installed in your virtual box. Secondly, when you're done with this, then you need to install like, okay, these services were installed and these were the flag that we have opened. These were the ports which are open, and we have installed a flag in over there. The third part of the presentation would be the pen testing, like how you have pen test the other's machine. So there are 2 weeks project, like guys over here. First week is like you're creating something for the other. The second part of the week is like you are pen testing some other's machine. So the second part of the week would be like, again, it will be divided into two parts. One part, like what you have created. Second part, how you have break it. So this would be the presentation that you need to go through a bit. Presentation is something that you are presenting to all your instructors. That is the presentation. There's something as a report. A report that you will create will be just like the CTF report that you at the time of pen testing you will create that report. Clear? Adnan? Adnan?
Yes, it's clear now.
Perfect. So just remember, we have having two things. What are you going to present to? You will present us the instructors, your instructor, that what you have created. First thing, Shekha, first what you have created, this virtual box. The first thing that you first, like, let's make it simple and straightforward. Presentation. Presentation over here, first thing that you will present in a PowerPoint, like what the presentation is like. This is right now I'm presenting to us. This will be created in PPT, PowerPoint. When you create it in a PowerPoint, you will explain that, okay, this is a timeline or this is a table of contact. You can just create just like a normal, like normal presentation, like we have a table of contact. The first part will be a timeline, like what we have created timeline and how we have started our project. Second would be that these were the tasks that we will be given to the other folks. With no detail, like how the configured service in the presentation, there should be not be detail because everyone will be doing presentation. Like that should not be in a lot of detail right now here. Uh, Let me make it clear for you guys. So the PPT would consider table of contact. Then we have a timeline that what we need to what we have done. Then the requirements, like what virtual works that you have created. Not we will talk about in the presentation that we have created Ubuntu, and Ubuntu was this version, and these were the services that we have installed, and this was one of the loophole that we have just put a flag in this service, that is that what we have created. This will be the presentation for your what you have created. Then you will go to your second part of the week, that how you have, that for example there is a team, for example xyz.com, we got their OVA, we have downloaded their OVA, and how we have pen tested. Now what techniques and what tools, just like the similar report that you normally create, that first you have gone for the gathering of the information, then you have gone for the enumeration and map, for example, that you have used it, then finally that how you have attacked that machine, and how what the weaponization that you have done. So this is how you will create a presentation, that from first part of the week till the end part of the week, first you have created what you have created and what was the open at that time. And then you will just tell them, okay, this is how we have done the pen testing to the other part of the machine. With no details, like how to configure some services, like obviously like services, like guys, like Just a quick question to everyone. How you install Apache in your Ubuntu? How? Anyone? Like just a simple command, like Abdullah, I'm not talking about the version, like just what is the command? Just directly install Apache 2, or that's it, install, that's the apt-get install. Yes, that's the apt-get command. Come on, guys, apt-get Apache to install, start the service. Like you don't have to think a lot, like, okay, what services that what we are doing. It will take apt-get Apache to start Apache. It's a started now. Like that's the service that you have started. Like don't look, don't mix up and don't make things complex. Be straightforward, just like a project. Be straightforward to your focus should be clear, that okay, this is simple, just be crystal clear. There's the service, okay, here clear. That's like easy, like that's the Apache, how you install it. So if you want to put in that in the report, you can put it, like totally depend upon use, like it's like FTP, how you install it. Like we know about now, we are at the end of the boot camp, so it should be crystal clear now how to install any Apache service, how to create a website, static website, for example, how Apache install. Just create an index.html file and just put a hello world over there. So that's your website. Like we don't have to create in details, like it's like should be crystal clear. Like if you're opening a service for example, for WordPress, for example, or any of the service for example, you are going for the SQL injection, or you're going for any of the attack towards the web traffic. So in that scenario, like it will be quick. Like that is like more important part. Like try to come up with something new, that okay, I just want to give a loophole in the website. I want to give a loophole in the SQL, or for example, I need to give a little, the port should be open. For example, you have open a port FTP. I will not go in details because it will be much clear, but just one example that will also make everything crystal clear. That for example, you have installed 5 services: HTTP, SSH, SQL, and FTP, for example. So in FTP, you have not put the username and the password. So that is anonymous now. So that's like it's like a chance for the attacker to attack now. So this is how you need to create something, but don't be like too much straightforward. Try to put up something new. Clear, guys? Everyone crystal clear? Perfect. Adnan, Haya, Abdullah, Ibrahim, whoever I'm seeing, Sheikha, everyone, guys, be crystal clear.
Yeah, it's clear. One more thing. I have a
Mhm.
question.
Yeah, yeah, Ibrahim.
About the folder. So once we finish, we have to upload our virtual machine in the cloud, right?
Yes, that's a folder that already I believe that you guys have folder, student folder. You can
We have
upload the
every group, like every group
yes.
has their own folder, but
Yeah,
not for the all group, I guess.
I'm not getting you. What?
S-
No, the group
s-
group folder. The group folder. You have to just put it over there in the OVA, in the group folder.
So the other group can have access for that.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
okay.
yes, yes.
That's what
That's
I
what
mean.
we will do. Yeah. So, like,
Okay.
obviously, guys, does Ibrahim ask a good question? Like, you need to upload your OVA when this all things are done, guys. Like, again, I'm telling you, Capstone is. It's like don't be so straightforward. Like, don't open a single port. Like, it will be easier. Try to pull up something, LFI or something new pull up. Like, it will be a little tricky for the pen tester to pen test. Like it's like not easy, like Derek and me, we will sit and we will start doing the end where we find ports and we start doing it. Try to be a little complex, that it's that's what the presentation, and that's all about. To see, the instructor will see that how much the machine and how much it is difficult for the others to get through that system. So first thing, that to make a crystal clear again. Now, when you're done with your OVA, you have opened a service and that's not ready to be pen test. So you will put in your group folder that OVA, and other, for example, you have a group. Adnan has just put in that folder and Abdullah and Ibrahim will get an access. They are same in a group. So now they will get an access and they will download and they will pen test on Ibrahim's OVA. So that's like quite straightforward round robin. Like everyone will like A will B to C. Yesterday, just I've shown you. So clear, guys. Everyone crystal clear. Again, I'm asking like because like Lloyd will be tomorrow will be here. So if you can also ask questions in your Discord. Perfect, Ibrahim. Anyone else? Everyone clear? Good. So I can see like the thumbs up are coming. So whoever is sleeping, wake up so you can sleep the rest of the day. So guys, over here, this is just the requirement. The words that you can use in your report would be the good time because as it's say like we are not the project manager. So in a project world, this is just like a project for you, just like a university project or just like a graduation project. So you can use a different words for that. Kindly raise your hand for the attendance, everyone, please. So, deliverables is a nice word that we use. So there are different words that I will just give a hint that you can use in your report. So deliverable is a nice word for every small input. There's an output. You can use outputs. You can use the word deliverable. Multiple deliverables, when they combine together, they become a milestone. So you can also use the word milestones over here. So there's also a word outcome that you can use. So output uh, and the deliverables, milestone, outcome. You can use different words for every small like you're creating a project. A chunk of a little project can lead you towards a specific milestone. Like what is your today's deliverable? My today's deliverable is that we are done with our virtual box, and we have decided that we will install Ubuntu along with the http ssh sql services and ftp services. So this is was your deliverable. Your milestone is that you will open a port for one of the service and you will put a flag over there. You will give a hint to the pen tester that what you are really wanting to do. So that will be considered like your first milestone would be by the end of the week when you're done with your OVA. When you're uploaded your OVA, that is your milestone. So first milestone, this part of a week, next milestone, next part of a week. When you're done, so you're done with your project. Your project is handed over to us. So we are there now to to check like what you have done. So these are the good words that also that guys you can use. And deliverable is a nice word. So deliverables are exactly what they sound like. Here are how you can get them to your project. We have given that you a set of requirements that your vulnerable virtual machine must meet. These are basically your deliverables, but you might want to break them down into the small parts. So these called like small chunks can be like they can be put for the services that you have to have running on the machine. Deliverable might be that your team have decided on what service those are. So just be straightforward, be crystal clear. These services are considered your deliverable, like small chunks, like small success. In agility approach, like that's every day we have an iteration, we have a scrum meeting. The scrum, daily scrum is there. So daily scrum means like daily success rate. So guys, just yesterday I've told you, act like a project managers, act like that you're working for a project. So daily scrum is there. You guys are doing daily scrum in your Zoom breakout rooms, and you are seeing like what deliverable that you are getting. Essentially, what you're doing is break down the big project, making a vulnerable virtual box into small chunks. Again, small chunks are being included. This is a big project. Single milestone is by the end of the week. Weekly is a milestone, and deliverable is daily. Everyone can understand you are going to later dividing your deliverable among your team members. So now, for example, Haya will download this service and she will research on one of the catch the flag For example, Adnan will go for the SQL injection just to see like what attacks that you can do. Abdullah will see like for example, SSH. Like you can divide in between yourself, like let research like what service we can open and what vulnerability we can put in one of the service. Like this is the biggest job actually for you to be a pen tester, that how you can use. Now, usually deliverables are just the action part, but for us, we are going to break these down in the smaller, like above we have mentioned. So this is like you can just do it. You can just change the deliverable into smaller action. That even deciding upon the services deliverable, everything from the start to finish must be laid out to a sheet of organization. So very important, like you need to use the copy. You need to make sure the task plan is there. Like for example, Sumaya, Elf, and Ruba, they are working as a group. So every like it should not be scattered that Abdullah is doing everything. The rest of the team, they are just sitting and watching movies, watching Squid Games. So make sure like everyone has their own task. This is I have done in the university time. I like we have every like when I was creating my 15 years back when I was creating my FYP final year project. So we have we were a group of four. So actually two were working, two were like just roaming around. So don't do that. Actually, this will happen, but try to avoid, try to put your effort. Like that's a good practice. Like somebody can lead this, just like a project manager, somebody in between your own group can lead and they can give equal distributed task. This happened, we will let you know. Yes, that is the real thing of the like because I just like you guys are professional, you are becoming professional now, because it's like you will be getting job hopefully now, and you will go in the market and you will hunt a job. So this is the real thing that we need to speak to us, like okay, this can happen, and people can roam around. So try to give a specific task, whoever is leading the project, whoever is leading this capstone project. So uh, like there, it's not necessary that if you have 5 group members, everyone is like anti-genius. So obviously one would be very good, one would be average, one would be a little slow. And for example, you need to make sure that, for example, myself, I am terrible in Excel. So if I'm working for Abdullah's project, I will directly say, Abdullah, I'm not good in Excel. And that's true as well. I'm not good in Excel. So it's like you should know about your weakness. You should tell that, okay, I can do the research one, I'm good in it. So that one person is doing research. I'm good in installation, I will do the installation. I'm good in creating report. Okay, your final task, like you will create a nice report that you are good in it. I am good in researching and I'm good in finding the pen testing. I'm a good pen tester. So next week it will be pen testing. So that task will be done by one of the group member. So guys, like act like that you are working for a real team projects, and you are working for a real project, and I'm your stakeholder. So I'm a very bad stakeholder. Just remember this. So uh like this is like what you need to do. Everyone crystal clear. Everyone over here in my class, everyone wake up. Just put clear. Yes, put everyone put clear in the chat window. So at least I'm putting my effort and energy. So I just believe that everyone is clear. So my own inner soul will say that, okay, I have tell them everything. I've told them everything. Clear. Rest of the guys who are sleeping, please wake up, put clear, or put a thumbs up so I can at least see. Thank you.